Welcome back, everyone. This is AirFLM playing Zeux' World, and last time I kind of stumbled across a hidden stage here. But for now, let's continue with Metropolis proper. There's Metropolis 2. There's another goblin. They are all over the area. Here we do not have wind, which is good. Some of the windows do have hidden things in them here and there, like this potion here. Anyway, about those hidden stages. As I believe I mentioned before, I think they were an addition that were not in the original release of the game, but were added in later versions. They are not considered part of the 100% completion if you want to get a 100% on your save file for coins and gems. However, anything you collect in them does still count toward the total. So think of them as like extra credit perhaps. And it is possible if you clear enough of them and do well enough in the regular stages to go over 100% total. Okay. Yeah, these are kind of tricky. You can only stand on the thicker wires. Okay, there's something up here. There's another key. We have a red key and a yellow key, and I'm not sure where I'll need them. But if they're here, they are probably necessary. Okay, this fire escape is... doesn't seem to go anywhere. Unless there's something on top of it. No, it's just there. Okay. I think there are a few more things up there to grab, so let's take another look. Yeah. There's at least the coins to the left there. Yeah, apparently if you get far enough away from them, the goblins will lose interest and reset back to their original positions. Okay. I can't quite jump that high. Okay. So yeah, jumping on the lamp posts and the lamps themselves. Traffic lights. Looks like this is all for a heart, but there might be more stuff. And no, I was already up there. So let's go for the heart. More health is always a good thing. So that's at maximum. Accidentally ran into the potion, but it's nothing bad. And of course this is a sewer, subway kind of entrance. Yep, we need the key there. These are conveyor belts. And of course you do not want to fall into the toxic sewage. The slow time has worn off. Notice that it did not affect the conveyor belts regardless. Not sure I want to know what kind of fish can survive in this stuff. Okay. Bonk. Here. So far this is fairly standard platforming stuff. There's a blue door here. So I guess we're going to need to go up here. Yeah, come up here and find a blue key. Doesn't look like there's anything to the side there. Ah. It's the open windows that have things in them. At least the ones you can get to. The solid buildings, of course, you can't go jumping around in them, so they're not going to be hiding anything in their windows. Okay. You just come up here, climbing the fire escape. Bait that to the side. Not quite avoid it. There is a gem up there. Nothing to the left. Okay, and that was not solid. Which I could have seen if I were paying closer attention. Alright, we'll live. So I think what I want to do is come up here and take a big jump to the right. And get hit by another goblin. Okay, there is something hidden up there. It looks like the yellow key is for the secret exit. Okay, I was looking for the blue key. So there it is, but is there something here? Looks like not. That's weird. I don't seem to have lost health there, which is strange. Kind of think of it, after that last goblin, I should be at lower health too, so... I guess some of the hits are just not counting for some reason. Anyway. Get that gem. And Zeux, unlike Mario, is by default... Yeah. Well, Mario by default is 2 tiles high, unless he's small, so fitting into things can be a problem. Zeux is, except when things get weird in Dystopia, 1 tile high. So fitting into small spaces is never a problem. Okay, this brings us back to the surface. Wait, that window wasn't open, was it? So maybe the open equals item thing is not accurate. Okay. May have to check windows more carefully then. As in, jump at every single one I see. Especially if they're in a place like that that's a little less obvious to get to. Out of the way, rather. Okay, just that one gem to get. So there's the exit there, but we also saw something to the left. Yep. Some lamp up to a fire escape. Yellow key for the secret exit. 100% clear. So I will need to redo that, but only get the... that's what that opens. That's the other Earthgrotto level. Anyway, I'll need to redo this, but only need the red and blue keys, not the yellow one. Yeah, and that gem, even if you don't need it, will trap this goblin on the side if you position correctly. Which means one less thing to worry about. Might as well grab the gems for having gems. Yep, and this you need to jump into from underneath. It's kind of interesting that they're reusing the tiny blocks from the Dystopia level. In any case, that opens up a path to the left here, from which we can get to Metropolis 3, and also the pit stop. The Metropolis pit stop does not have a separate exit for it, because it's just connected with everything else. So here we can buy a heart, a wind spell for what it's worth, extra life, and I'm pretty sure this is a kill enemy spell. It would certainly make sense for it to be that if it's so expensive. Yeah, for now let's go into Earthgrotto. Yep, and like I said, this is Earthgrotto Secret 2. I think this is where the Z is. The exit is right there, but you cannot get to it from here. Now let's just have a look around, see what we can find. Back to well-behaved bats that I managed to not jump on properly anyway. Okay, you cannot jump back up here, so if I want that gem, I'll have to drop off to the right, it looks like. Ah, I thought I remembered this. We have a Metroid reference. So I need to find the way to open that up. Zeux, of course, does not have missiles. Yeah, back to our Earthgrotto ambience, which I still like. Yeah, I should be better at dealing with those bats. They're not unpredictable at all, unlike the graveyard ones. So let's explore down in the water. Maybe it's here. Maybe not. It's a fairly large stage, I think. Yeah, 4 gems, 27 coins. There's a lot to go around in. Yeah, that looks important.
Oh, the humanity.
Yeah. Okay, so like I noted, if you want this gem, you need to jump down to the right here, but then if you get that, how do you get back up to the stuff up there? Looks like you may need to make a full loop of this level to collect everything, and then do it again. Which is a decision. It's not the friendliest decision, but then again, 100%ing things is, as far as I can recall, optional anyway, so it doesn't need to be quick and easy. It's our little fishy friends. Could probably bounce up there on the bat. If I don't somehow miss it, wait for it to come back and try again. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, I thought I had them figured out, and they're not that complicated. I just misjudged it. Twice. There's a gem hidden down in the water. Incidentally, I've mentioned at some point that when you have the gamepad control set, you have one button that is just a regular jump and one that's like a bunny hop jump. Those both behave the same underwater. If you hold the jump button, either one, you just continually rise. And same if you're on keyboard controls and holding up, because up is just the jump button. Or, alternate jump button if you're on keyboard. Anything in here? Probably the stone blocks are just so you don't get yourself stuck by breaking everything. But they could have something hidden inside. It never hurts to check. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not sure what's the X blocks are for. I'm guessing they're not visible unless you have the red gem from the... was it the Mountain View Castle? But I'm not sure. It could just be that they're always like that. Okay, so that circles around to here. Okay, I think what you need to do is push this down that pit. And I think that lets you get to the Metroid-looking blocks that should open up the missile door. Or... actually, no, I think those are the doors you just open with normal shots in Metroid. Didn't it depend on the color? I don't know. I haven't played much Metroid. Yep. This is how you're supposed to get here. You can, of course, bounce on the bat if you don't miss the bat. But that's the intended method. And yep, that opens that. One more coin somewhere. Might be in the secret area. Or I might have just missed it. Come on. Okay, so... you come in here, come through the wall, and yeah, we're in Metroid. With bats that I'm misjudging again. And where you would get the morph ball, here's the Z. But it makes the morph ball noise. Of course, Zeux does not need a morph ball already being one tile high. Ah, there's the coin. And it's also how you get out. So I just need to get to the exit and not die along the way, which should not be a problem, but the way I've been playing could be. Okay, just need to jump to the exit. And we're good. That's 100% and the Earthgrotto Z. Which, I expected that to open a path to the left, but it actually opens the path to the right. So this connects back to Earthgrotto proper. And I think that's everything in Earthgrotto except 100%ing Earthgrotto 1. Which I think I wanted to wait for the yellow blocks to do, but I have the yellow blocks now, so let's give it a try. Actually, let's get... or not. I was going to just take a death to get health back, but let's try not. Yep. With the yellow block there, you can bounce off the springboard to get to these coins. And come over to the left here to get, well, a gem and wind. Of course, the potion is not necessarily wind, it's completely random. So it could have been healing, it could have been like a slow time or something, but it was wind. See, that's why I wanted to take a death, for the health. Poison can't hurt you if you're already on the brink of death. And like all the other gem blocks, the yellow ones have things inside. Unfortunately, these are wind potions, which makes them not helpful generally. So basically you want to avoid hitting them. Okay. Also, I think there was something up this tunnel. Okay, yeah, that's what this block is for. Do you actually need that, or can you just jump from here? No. You can just jump it. So I think what I wanted to do was come up here, push this block to the left. No, it got stuck. Okay, so I guess you do need to bounce on this bat. Not like that. And yeah, that's too high to jump to. There is one more gem and 4 more coins. Some of them are over by the exit, but I think there is something up here. Yep, there's a gem. So, either you are required to jump on that bat, and the game actually expects you to, or I'm missing something with how you're supposed to push that block. Either way, it's a little weird. I'm missing a coin? Let's just save this for now. I'll take another look, see if I can find it. Yeah, I can't find that last coin, so I guess I'm going to be coming back later and trying again. So I did not manage to completely finish out Earthgrotto. Let's just continue with Metropolis then. This is Metropolis 3. Ah, wind. Wait. Aha. I thought I saw something down there. Secret exit. Right there. I don't think that's intended. There's obviously still a break in the road there, so I don't think I'm actually supposed to be over here yet. And can't get anywhere from it anyway. But the secret exit opened up this thing to the left here. So after a long swim through the water, we're back in Grasslands, which does have a castle, unlike what I said earlier. However, the castle is not on the main path. You are not going to find it when you're first going through. You have to get to it much later from tree houses. I think this is where the Grassland Z is also. But, yeah, I spent a lot of time in Earthgrotto. I think I'm going to end the video here and continue with the main exit of Metropolis 3 next time, then maybe come over here and try the castle. So this has been Arafellan playing Zeux's World, and I hope to see you next time.